for today's cup of coffee. We have something that comes from Daily Star, and it's by Michael Moran and Joanne. It may be just Joanne. It's starting out well, isn't it? Actually, it's Joanne. Ridout, October the 9th of 2022.
Ridout?
It still feels like Mercury retrograde.
Yes.
We were warned this was going to happen, so it's just like... It says,
so wonky as fuck.
The Hanbury Arms could lay claim to being one of the most haunted pubs in Britain. See, that's something we miss here in America. We don't have pubs.
No.
We need to have pubs.
Yes.
It's a common place for people to gather. It says paranormal phenomena are so common in the Welsh Boozer. I don't know if it's somebody from Scotland that writes Daily Star or what. It's somewhere over there in the UK. I think. Don't they lump them all together?
I don't know. I don't pay attention to other people's shit.
You don't pay attention
depending
to
on what it is.
It says that owners Tracy and Nigel Turner insist that overnight guests sign a waiver in case they are harmed either physically or psychically by the tavern's supernatural inhabitants. It's like, it's like he pierced my aura. He pinched my aura. That's...
Got it.
Get a class action lawsuit going on that.
Yeah.
Eerie whispers, whistling.
Class action lawsuit on aura pinching.
Right. And signing.
You're just pinching thin air. Yeah. Just a foot from someone.
It's a poke. You can poke somebody's aura. You really can. And singing can be heard in the dead of night. Guests have been woken by the sound of phantom footsteps and glass smashing. Lights appear to turn themselves on and off at random, and some visitors have reported being tickled or patted by an unseen hand. That's kind of creepy. That, or maybe you just got somebody that's a masher and he's going around in low light and doing things. Tracy and Nigel say they fell in love with the pub at first sight, and the feeling was mutual, with the door unlocking itself as soon as they arrived. Which that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And Tracy told Wales Online, quote, "As soon as we walked in, we could feel the energy here, added to by underground tunnels underneath the pub and the ley lines going through it. It's everything we wanted. We thought, this is the one. It's like whatever was here wanted us here, and it felt like it should be our home," end quote. It is believed that the building dates back to the 1830s, and in its lifetime has been a court, a morgue, and a pub, and this mix of stress, fear, death, and many thousands of pints make for an intriguing atmosphere, and some might say a hotbed for paranormal activity.
Yeah, just a little bit.
That's why I love a lot of these, historic buildings and stuff, and that's one of the things about parts of Abingdon, Virginia, that have, they do have buildings from the 1800s.
But they're nothing like a pub.
Well, they have some that it's not really a pub, it's more of a restaurant. But no, not a pub per se. But some of them you can go in. Are pubs
illegal in America?
No.
Then how come no one has a pub?
Because it's a totally different culture, and that there were some things that should have been brought here that were not.
Well, fuck, let's open a pub.
Remember, America had the bullshit prohibition stuff.
That's the chair making that noise.
Which was a bunch of Karens trying to tell other people how to live their lives even then.
Yep.
We have, unfortunately, a long history of Karens.
Running the country.
Yeah.
That's the chair, not me. I've said that multiple times. I've got boots on. And it's rubbing up against the pleather on pleather.
In the past, builders working on updating the property have walked off site and refused to return. Former owner Sean O'Connor told Newt, it's GWENT News in 2012, Quote, the experiences we have had have been so profound and tangible that you've got no option but to believe it, end quote. Tracy says, he's reading over my shoulder.
What?
Tracy says all the rooms are haunted and reports of experiences are growing. She says, quote, for example, in the old nursery, guests' feet sticking out of the bed are being tickled by the child spirits. That's baby feet.
Tiny little baby feet.
Baby
Tiny little baby hands touching your feet.
No.
Imagine tiny little baby hands.
It's creepy.
Ew, yeah.
It says, in Chestnut, the
Little
old
baby
rocking
hands.
horse will rock and be pulled out into the center of the room. We've heard him in the morning, and guests have witnessed it. The portrait room is a very active room with spirits going back and forth to the landing. We've got 2 landings, and one is where the hangman wanders around. The Black Widow room has the spirit of a Victorian lady, but it all comes and goes around the building, end quote. Tracy said there's a dark energy in the cellar, quote, a spirit portal down there that has been there for a long time before we moved in, end quote. But she says there's nothing that will harm you. Well, if it's a dark energy, I mean, that's like having a rattlesnake in your pocket.
Yeah.
She further says,
Damn.
quote, we relax in the house fine, but we do get scared sometimes, especially going down to the cellar. But it's our home. I'm not going to say it isn't scary sometimes, because it is. But there's a lovely energy here, too. Freddie and Emily, the child spirits, follow us around. I hear them, and I've seen a dark shadow that made me
sniff
jump.
them?
I don't know. It's like
Sniff the children.
the smell of children is not always a pleasant when it depends on the child.
You didn't get the reference.
No, I didn't. I'm sorry. Okay. There are scary moments, but we're used to the
Child
footsteps
sniffer.
now. The singing, whistling, voices, taps on the shoulder, but we know nothing will harm us. Living here day to day, we get to know who's who, end quote. Mm-hmm. It's not for everyone, though. Well, yeah, we know that. And Nigel said, quote, one group were doing an investigation and they encountered a dark shadow moving across the wall. Then they went into the bedroom to sleep and the shadow was looming over one of the group. And she was like, that's it. I've got to go, end quote. God, can you imagine that?
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
A shadow thing looming. Yeah, that ain't cool.
No.
That ain't cool. Tracy added, quote, we've woken in the morning to a note downstairs saying, thank you, but because of the encounters, we've had to go. And we've also had people sleeping in the bar instead of the cellar as they don't want to stay in there, end quote. Well, I don't know that the cellar should be really an option. Of course, there are always people, Zach Baggins, that would want to
leave that idiotic man alone.
That would want to go to the darkest possible corner of whatever.
Yes.
So
and then yell at the spirits.
He's had his ass kicked so many times. Looks like he
nearly went blind.
Yeah, looks like he would get a clue on some of that. And
does stupid equal stupid? I think it equals stupid.
Tracy further stated, quote, one person was physically pulled into the corner in the museum and they left. We've had people come to stay and refuse to go into the cellar, let alone sleep in there. One lady had an experience in the nursery and left in the middle of the night, end quote. It says that the spirits aren't always reliable, though. Well, it's not like they...
They're spirits. You would think they go by your whim.
Exactly. It says that one disgruntled
They
ghost...
were already on this planet once. They don't have to listen to nobody now.
Exactly. One disgruntled ghost hunter wrote on TripAdvisor, quote, the staff and locals were fantastic. The ghost didn't bother to turn up, so it's a bit of a waste of time. It all seemed staged to me and my friend, and not cheap either at, I think it was 30 to 50 pounds each. 5 boring hours. We were told no alcohol was allowed, but we saw the host knocking back vodkas, end quote. Well, that's their house.
Yeah.
If they want to drink in their house, that's perfectly fine. But to have random strangers coming in and getting, smashed and then truly smashing things. That wouldn't be cool. I thought that was ridiculous that somebody would complain about somebody drinking in their own damn house.
Yes.
Oh.
How much stupid is stupid? That's
stupid.
stupid.
It's more stupid. But now we actually do have a viewer that has had quite a few, I mean, like all of his life, these paranormal, if you want to say, attacks, spirit attacks. He has been dragged out of bed before. I have spoken to someone who verified one of his stories as far as this entity.
Catch that on camera for me. I'm not joking.
What?
The spirit stuff.
Yeah.
Catch it on camera for me. I'm not joking. Like, I want to see it.
Now, he has shown me pictures as far as scratch marks and different things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not...
It's horrible to experience, but fascinating to study.
This is more than like a ghost. This is more like a demonic something.
Either way, it's still fascinating.
I mean, he's not... he's not been able to get rid of it all these years.
Didn't you have a friend that summoned someone? That summoned something?
I don't know that you would call that a friend. It was an acquaintance who's a bit of an idiot. And to sit there and go, don't do that, don't do that. And then years later, I see him and it's like, oh, guess what? This is still around. No shit. Didn't I tell you not to do that? Because more likely there's a lot of Aries in that chart also.
Yes.
And it's like, have fun with that. To have, because some of those attachments, they can go to other family members. Yeah. That's where you get some of these generational things.
It's like, fuck that. No, get the fuck off. Mm-hmm. I ain't done nothing.
No.
So you ain't welcome. You're trespassing at this point, my dude.
It's almost like some of them are assigned to specific people or specific family members, or just, like I said, it can go on for generations. They'll be summoning no shit.
Assigned. It's
true. It is a spirit assignment. Well, that is the technical term. Absolutely. Had a little bit of emphasis. It's because I needed a sip of coffee.
Yeah. I need some water.
It's all right, and I've dribbled it down me, which is why I wear black. For any of us that are coffee drinkers, do not wear light-colored anything.
Color. I like color.
Yes, and you don't do well with it either.
I like color.
5 seconds, and then it's like, damn, I should have worn black.
That's just the beiges and the whites that I have issues with. No, other colors, no.
But,
I like color.
You could probably Google search this. Yes, I'm ignoring you. I'm going back to the topic.
How dare. I'm like Anna Winter with that. Like, I like color.
You could probably go and Google search color. This Hanbury Arms. And as far as booking a room, and I'd say this time of year.
I wonder how much it would be, though.
Well, it said 30 to 50 pounds. So I'm not doing the exchange rate thing today. But then for us, it would be a matter of traveling and stuff like that. Yeah. There's haunted things much closer to home. You can go down Mom's.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the spook in a while, so
it can go for months.
I think it's been years for me.
Oh, no. I mean, for you, maybe. But, no, it can. And I think sometimes we're more open to it than others. And I'm like, oh, there it goes. Honestly, that is usually the response. It's like, there it goes.
Whose ghost is that?
So, but, it can be fun. It can be adventurous. So if you want to do like spooky stuff during the month of October, it's not like spooky stuff has just one month. We do this all the time.
It's spooky season all season.
It is. But
spooky season all year.
Interesting stuff. People like the idea of having a supernatural encounter until they do. They're like, oh, this is not like they show on TV. No, it's not.
That's when you go like, no shit.
Yeah.
No shit, Sherlock. What? Oh, I've never heard that before. I never knew that.
Well, and it's just like the thing as far as people being able to pick up on energies or having, if you want to call them psychic or whatever, spiritual gifts. And it's like, that would be so great. I wish I could do. And it's like, I wish you could do it too. Because it's not, you never know when it's going to hit on that either.
See the ghosts. See all the earth spirits.
Yeah.
I would like to see everything. No. Just like if they were real people.
There's a reason that we can't. There is.
I still want to.
There's one thing about it.
I understand I can't, but
I doubt that we have brownies or imps or anything like that in the house because we have cats.
That's what they could be chasing sometimes.
They could be.
We never know.
But I doubt that. Anyhow.
They ain't getting the soot sprites.
If you have had experiences with the paranormal or supernatural, encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, if you have stayed in one of these haunted pubs or someplace else as an overnight guest, send us an email, cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com, and the link to the article and the email address will be in the description box.
Yeah, and if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and most of all, subscribe and click that notification button for daily notifications of our daily uploads. Thank you all, and have a good.
You're doing better. You're doing much better on the stuff.
Thank you. I've been trying. I've actually watched our fucking videos for once. So, like...
It helps. It really does help. Know that you all are loved and appreciated, and having coffee with us. It's like your coffee in the morning with a little side of weird. That's how everybody should start their day.
Shot of whiskey.
Well, I think that's frowned upon for those who have to go to work. It's like, it's never good to go into work smelling like booze. People will look at you funny.
That's why you just take one shot, and that's it. You walk out the door. So you're like, I'm going with one for good luck.
I think it's called alcoholic. If you are, to get some help.
That's it. That's your whole drink for the day. It's the one shot in the morning.
We'll see you on the next cup. Bye.
One shot. One shot.
Shot.
No.